Where in the hell am I?
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. Many of my new followers have been asking if I locate places outside of the United States. Yes, I do. There's a map on my site of all the places I've located so far, so go check that out. I'm saying this, of course, because this video was recorded outside of the United States. So what can we see? This video is recorded from the sidewalk of a street, and we can see that the sidewalk is made of these distinctive pavers. There's a fence along the side of the walkway here, and we can see something that might be a sign on the fence, but I'm not really sure. As the camera turns to the right, we can see several things. We've got some blue structures here, which I'll get back to in just a minute. They're sitting on this semicircular path, which looks to be made of the same pavers as the walkway. We can see some low concrete blocks here, which might be benches, and also this very distinctive lamppost. To the right, we can see this tall, pointy tree, and off in the distance, we can see some unreadable signs, and we can just see the top of a mountain. Okay, so my first impression was that this might be Southern Europe, and I say that mainly because of the tree that we saw. I thought it might be a Mediterranean cypress, which you see all over Southern Europe. By the way, if you know more about this subject than I do, please feel free to correct me in the comments. I'm happy to learn more about this subject. Anyway, so I initially thought it was Southern Europe, but I very quickly abandoned that idea because I saw a few things that told me that this was not Europe at all. First, we have this license plate, and even though we can't see it clearly, we can tell that it's yellow and that it's not wide enough to be a European plate. Additionally, I noticed these black and yellow markings on this pole here. If you play a lot of GeoGuessr, you may already know that those two things strongly suggest that this is Colombia. So let's talk about those blue things we saw in the video. At first, I thought these might be recycling bins until I noticed that somebody appeared to be sitting in one of them. So that probably wasn't right. I was a little bit puzzled about what these were at first, but I eventually figured out that they might be bicycle lockers. I did some digging and discovered a company called Encycla. They are a public bicycle renting service in Colombia, and they have lockers that look very much like this. So I brought up a map of Colombia and started looking for Encycla locations. There were quite a lot of them, and after looking at several that were obviously not right, I spotted this place from the satellite view, which looked like it might have a semicircular path like what we see in your video. And that was it. You're on this street in Antioquia, Colombia. Google Street View showed me that spot, but I could only get a view from the other side of the street. Even though the bike lockers were not visible in this photo, I saw several other things that I was able to confirm. The semicircular pavers, the concrete blocks, and the very distinctive lamppost. I also confirmed that fence that we could see along the walkway, and I had to move the Google Street View around a little bit to get a clear view, but I was able to confirm the mountaintop that we saw in your video as well. Guys, please like and share, and if anybody else would like me to figure out where one of their videos was recorded, check my pinned video to understand the rules for submitting videos.